Hello everyone, Earl Henderson, Primordial Defense. Thank you for watching. I have another Monday quarterback video for you. I'm going to play the video in its entirety, and then I'll go back and talk about things that I think that were done right and or done wrong. Without further ado, here we go.
This briefing will provide information about an officer-involved shooting involving members of the New York City Police Department. You will see relevant video footage and other available evidence that will allow you to gain a better understanding of the events that led up to the incident and what occurred during the incident based on the facts that we know at this time. New York state law and NYPD policy give police officers the authority to use reasonable force under appropriate circumstances. The department's Force Investigation Division conducts serious police a year or longer to complete. Our investigators are typically required to interview multiple of forensic evidence. A police officer uses force to take a person into custody or defend against an attack. Strong language recorded in the videos you are about to see. Viewer discretion is advised, especially for young children and sensitive viewers.
Please find medical.
Yes, hi. Someone just stole a car on 31st West Street and 32nd.
Wait, 31st Street and what? 6th Avenue?
31st and Broadway.
31st and Broadway?
Yes. Yeah, he just took a Cali plate. Please. Please, it's a Cali 4-door Toyota Camry.
Did this just happen? Did this just happen?
He just hopped in, yo.
Alright.
He just hopped in. Right off of Broadway. He just turned onto 31st Street.
Alright, just give me 1 second.
Please.
He just hopped into your car?
Yes, he just hopped into the car and just took this.
Alright, man, help's on the way. Just got a few more questions. What's the color, make, and model of your vehicle?
It's a 4-door Camry.
So the Camry, what color?
2009 silver.
Silver? Do you know your plate number?
It's a 85. I don't know it by heart. It's a Cali plate. You'll be able to catch it. I'm telling you. He just took that shit.
Yeah, 1 second.
Yo, he just hopped in this shit and just took it, bro.
Alright, and what direction did he go towards? What direction did he go towards?
What was that?
What direction did he drive towards?
You're gonna make a right on West 31st if you're on Broadway. I'm at 1250 Broadway.
Alright, but...
And West 31st Street.
West Side Highway, shots fired! Stay in the car! Stay in the car! Don't move! Central, shots fired, West Side Highway. Detail sergeant. Don't fucking move! Don't fucking move! Central, let me get a bus to this location.
What's the Hollywood? What location? What's the Hollywood street?
Central West.
What's the Hollywood 44th Street?
46th Street.
All right, guys. All right. Guys, turn off the car! Turn off the car! Keep your hands up!
Watch your crossfire! Watch your crossfire!
Don't turn on, sir.
Yo, my man, keep your fucking hands on the wheel! Don't fucking move! Guys, let me get one guy. Passenger seat, all right? Put your gun down. I got you, I got you.
Purpose stop.
I got you, I got you. One gun, one gun. Let me get a bus, Central.
Come over here.
What's that 537? Stop 784? Let's put that at 34.12. Get a bus over here, please.
Pull him out.
Come on, come on.
One time. No move! No fucking move!
You got him?
I got it, I got it.
Good, good.
Get him on the ground.
Don't be late.
Here goes. Get going.
Stay there. Don't move. Don't move. Don't move.
Don't move!
Crossfire. Crossfire.
Don't fucking move!
Has he got a gun?
Central West Side Highway 44th Street.
West 46, West 46, West 45. I got it.
Turn off the car! Keep your hands up!
Watch the crossfire. Watch the crossfire.
Yo, my man, keep your fucking hands on the wheel! Don't fucking move! Guys, let me get one guy.
Watch the crossfire.
Watch it. I'm going in.
Calm down. I got you, I got you.
Perfect stop.
I'm not moving.
Don't move.
Do not move. I'm not moving. I'm not gonna move. I'm not gonna move. Rip him out this way. Rip him out this way. You got a mic? I got a mic. I'm not gonna move, sir.
Don't move.
You can take my hand. Don't fucking move. I'm not moving. I'm not moving. Got the belt?
Yep.
I'm not moving, sir.
Pull over. Let's go. Come on.
Come on. Wait. I got a broken leg. I got a broken leg, sir. Come on. Don't move. Don't move. I got a broken leg, sir. I got a broken leg. Okay, you got it, sir. You got it, sir.
You got testing? You got it? You got it? I got it. Come on.
Watch it crossroad. Watch it crossroad. Watch crossroad. Watch crossroad.
Keep your hands up! Watch the crossfire. Yo, my man, keep your fucking hands on the wheel! Don't fucking move! Guys, let me get one guy.
We got the car stopped.
Watch it. I'm going in. Down. I got you.
Perfect stop. Don't fucking move.
I got you. Hold on. You got a mic? I got a mic.
So let me get a ball, Central. Bus at 537, top 7 and 12. That's Lieutenant, it's going to be 4.12. Get a bus over here, please.
Got him.
Come on. Don't fucking move.
They got him. Down.
Okay, you got it, sir. You got it, sir.
You got it?
In the coming weeks and months, the NYPD Force Investigation Division, in cooperation with the prosecutor having jurisdiction.
All right, enough of him talking. This guy talks enough as it is. And of course, it wants to give me the circle. There we go. All right. So, if you are going to leave your car sitting, running, and with the fucking door open, I, in a way, say that you deserve to have your shit stolen because you're fucking stupid. He just, it's so easy for the guy. All he had, he don't have to open the door. It's already open. All he has to do is step in and go. And then, boom, he's gone. Yes, it would be nice if we could leave our houses unlocked, leave our cars unlocked, and not have to worry about things being stolen. Leave our car running and not worry about someone taking off in it. Mayberry doesn't exist. We have to lock our doors. We have to turn our car off and not leave it running with the door open. Because there are people who will steal it. And this is in New York. New York City. Where there's a lot of crime that goes on. And this stupid bitch thought she could leave her car running with the car door open and no one would steal it. She's special. She's special, all right. It is people like this. People like this who just are so reckless in their behaviors. There should be some type of crime that she should be charged with. If it's something as lowly as leaving a vehicle running unattended, then she most definitely needs to be charged with that and prosecuted to the full extent. It might not result in much, but she created this problem by leaving her car running with the door open. Now, that's not to say that this guy wouldn't have stolen another car. He's a shithead himself, and he's going to steal. That's what shitheads do. But she made this so easy for this guy. She is the same type of asshole that would leave a gun in the middle console of a car unlocked. People like her need to be punished. End rant. You can even tell from her 911 call the way she talks. You can just tell.
Yes, hi. Someone just stole a car on 31st West Street and 32nd. Please, it's a Cali 4-door Toyota.
It's a Cali 4-door. Like, you could tell she's stupid. Someone needs to hit her in the head with a frying pan. Alright, so more footage with no audio. As soon as he gets out, boom, he wants to reverse it. We don't have any audio, but from the other cameras with audio, we see that this officer fires multiple rounds.
4-4 West Side Highway, shot
And
fired!
as he was firing, there was another officer on the other side of this car making the approach. That was a very bad crossfire situation.
Car! Stay in the car!
Here we have, yet again, another absence of a weapon-minded light. This must be a thing in New York. They must not believe in weapon-minded lights, because I have not seen a whole lot of New York videos, but of the New York videos that I've watched, I don't vividly recall if any of them had weapon-minded lights. So I don't know if it's a budget issue where they just can't afford to issue out that many weapon-minded lights, and it's up to the individual officers on whether or not they're going to get those things, or if it's like a not a culture thing, but like a practice where they have not adopted and embraced the idea of weapon-minded lights. Whatever the issue, whatever the hell's going on, something needs to change, because out of all of the nighttime shooting videos I've seen from New York, I cannot recall if any of them had weapon-minded lights. And if you're going to be working in low light, you need to have a weapon-mounted light. Even if you work daytime hours, you're a first shift guy, you still, in my opinion, should have a weapon-mounted light. Who's to say you won't go inside a building during the day that has no windows, or you go into a basement? Your fighting weapon should have a weapon-mounted light. Here we have an officer standing on this concrete embankment, I guess you could call it. He's slightly elevated, so his line of fire is going at a downward degree angle. And of course, this officer is just opposite of him, although his line of fire from rear sight to front sight going to the guy is at a downward angle too. He's still within that plane right there, and someone, in my opinion, should have moved to get out of this potential crossfire.
All right, guys. All right. Guys.
And you hear that rumbler in the background.
Turn off the car! Turn off the car! Keep your hands up! Watch a crossfire.
So they shout, watch a crossfire. They're mindful of that fact.
Watch a crossfire.
What's going on, sir?
Yo, my man, keep your fucking hands on the wheel!
What's going on, sir?
Yo, my man, keep your fucking hands on the wheel! Crossfire.
Yo, my man.
What's going on, sir?
Yo, my man, keep your fucking hands on the wheel!
I like the way New York people talk.
Don't fucking move! Guys, let me get one guy. Passenger seat, all right? Put your gun down. I got you, I got you.
Purpose stop.
I got you, I got you. One gun, one gun. Let me get a bus, Central.
So he is supposed to be providing lethal cover for this officer who has entered the vehicle to make contact with this guy. Yet he has gone to a one-handed hold on his pistol and using his other hand to operate a radio. If he is going to be dedicating himself to lethal cover, he needs to fully commit to being able to provide lethal cover and keep both hands on the gun. Let someone else talk on the radio.
Come over here.
In fact, in instances like this, where there are multiple people on scene, it should become a practice, an unwritten rule, so to speak, or hell, even make it a rule, make it, an SOP, TTP, whatever, that when there is multiple people there, one person should become the radio man, the radio operator. Like, they're the only person who needs to be fucking with the radio. That way, everyone else who is on task and doing something that could turn deadly in an instant, they're ready to commit 100% to the fight and not be messing around with the radio. Someone else in the background, like this guy over here that you can see under his elbow, he could be the dude designated to handle all radio traffic for this incident until this dude is put in cuffs and it's no longer a hot scene. But of course, that would be something that you would have to train for and practice on. And it's something that I would implore people to look into and start doing, because I think that would be a pretty good tactic to start utilizing. We got extra people, one person, whether they shout it out, hey, I'm the radio operator, or someone who's more in charge, they point at them and they say, you are the radio operator, or however you want to, whatever terminology you want to use. Designate one person to do all radio traffic. That way, everyone else can stay on task and be better committed.
Pull
him out.
Look at this guy.
Pull him out.
Come on.
And then the one guy with the COVID mask shows up. Well, he's got a mask on too, but the one surgical mask guy shows up.
You got him? I got it. Good.
Literally everyone else is like, screw these masks. And I'm with them. All right, so I talked in another video about these switches right here. And here's another great example of how great these things are. Look how nice and neat this little thing is tucked away. Takes up hardly any room. The little recessed area of the dashboard, it kind of clicks right in there and does not get in the way. Nice and neat installation right there. And the big box that controls everything is actually probably about as big as this whole radio and thermal control face right here. Probably about, its footprint, so to speak, is how big the control box actually is. But that thing gets mounted somewhere else and is most likely mounted in the trunk of this vehicle. And you just have all the wires running from your lights. So that light they have up there in the dashboard, or I'm sorry, not the dashboard, but the visor area, the lights from it are run to the trunk. The strobe lights in the corners are run to the trunk, all to that box. And you got one wire. Looks like a telephone wire, and it's actually a telephone wire. It runs from this little box to the big box that's mounted in the trunk. And you can program that big box for, multiple different things. So, this switch can turn the little visor light on, or this switch will will turn on strobe lights in the rear. This one will turn on strobe lights to the rear and front, and this will turn on the visor light, and this one does this, whatever. And then this little object you see right here is a switch, and it goes from left to right, and it's 3 positions, so you click it to the right once, and it could be programmed to activate whatever these first 2 switches will turn on. And then the second click will turn on whatever these first 4 switches will activate. And then the third click will activate, you know, what every switch will turn on plus the siren. Whatever. It's programmable however you want it. And they're really, really neat pieces of kit or gear for emergency vehicles. And if you have the ability to equip your vehicle the way you want, whether you're a volunteer firefighter, auxiliary police, you own your own security company, or if you have the liberty to take your government issued vehicle and modify it the way you want. Believe it or not, some agencies allow that. If you have the means to do that, then these things are really great. But for traditional marked units, you know, you usually have this whole console area that you can drop the big switch panel boxes into, and it doesn't really matter for that. But for vehicles where you got the little gear selector here in the middle, you obviously don't have the real estate to drop all that shit in. And so this is where these pieces of equipment really shine. But even if you're in a traditional marked vehicle, these still are really great pieces of equipment to have, and I think simplify things pretty darn well. But anyway, moving on from that. All right, so boom, boom, boom. He runs.
Shit.
Back this up. He is making an approach to the suspect vehicle. Shots being fired.
Shit.
Oh shit!
Get go.
So that could have been bad. We'll go back. Let's back it up a little bit more there. So keep in mind, here's the police car right here, and you can kind of see the officer's head right here. He's shooting. Bullets, I mean, he's in the line of fire.
Shit. Get go. Get go.
Don't move!
Don't move!
First fire!
Don't fucking move!
Central West Side Highway 44th Street.
460, that's 45. I got it.
Watch the crossfire! Watch the crossfire!
It's interesting they
Yo,
talk
my
about
man,
crossfire,
keep your fucking hands on the wheel! Don't fucking move!
They are still doing things that put each other in
Guys,
crossfire.
let me get one guy. Watch the crossfire.
Watch it. I'm going in.
Down. I got you. Perfect stop.
I'm not moving.
Don't fucking move.
Do not move. I'm not going to move, sir. Don't move. Yep. I'm not moving, sir. Broken leg, sir. Come on.
Testing.
Realistically, I think this guy probably has a better vantage point, so to speak. He has good, clear line of sight to where this guy's at. The only downside to his positioning is, of course, the windshield. The windshield can deflect rounds, and he may be aiming great, have good front sight focus and good trigger control, and would hit the exact target that he's wanting to hit, but because the windshield's there, it could deflect the round in any direction and he not get positive results. So although he does have a good clear line of sight, that windshield would present a problem for him. I would say that this guy over here would have the next best line of sight on this guy, and if he decided to start shooting, he would probably have more effective rounds on target because he doesn't have a big thick windshield. This guy, he still has kind of a decent line of fire.
Watch your cross draw, watch your cross draw. Watch cross draw, watch cross draw. Keep your hands up!
But now we got one here, one here, one there, one there. So this is kind of like a circle of death almost, with all the potential crossfire that could be going on here.
Watch the crossfire! Yo, my man, keep your fucking hands on the wheel! Don't fucking move! Guys, let me get one guy. We got the car stop.
Watch it.
Put your gun down. I got you. Perfect stop. Don't fucking move.
And we still have some degree of potential crossfire going on here. What could have been a really good option is this officer just jump on the hood of his car and just aim straight down into this guy. And I think that would have provided a really good line of fire into him if he turned violent and started fighting back with a weapon.
I got you. I got a mic.
Or alternatively, instead of him trying to aim through the back door, he just come up here to driver's side and just stand back with some distance so that he's not poking the gun through the window and making it easy for him to grab, but basically come up super close and just aim straight through the driver's side window down at him.
So let me get a ball central. What's that 537? Top 7 and 12? That's Lieutenant. It's going to be 4, 4, and 12. Get a bus over here, please.
Got him.
Come on. Don't move. Don't fucking move.
They got it. Down.
In the coming week.
Yeah, not much else to say about this video. If you like what you hear and see, go ahead and give me a like and a share. If you have not already, subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more Monday quarterback videos. Earl Henderson, Primordial Defense, thank you for watching.